Hello, today we will deal with the next question in this digital electronics chapter 1. Chapter 1 is Boolean algebra and K-maps. So let us solve the question first. So let me write the question. Here is the question. I give a circuit. So circuit is like this. This is plus, minus. This is grounded. This is an op amp. And here there is one more op amp. Plus, minus. This is also grounded. So both of these are op amps, and the output of the op amp is connected to a circuit like this. Here there is an ideal low pass filter. LPF means low pass filter, and the output V naught is here. So this is the circuit given. Here the input is sine of 3000t, and here it is sine of 3000t plus 36 degrees. Okay, so this is the circuit given, and the question asked is like this: find V naught. V naught is this one. Find V naught if the low pass filter has cutoff frequency of 0.1 hertz. Assume logic high as 5 volts and logic low as 0 volts. Okay, so this is the question given. Now, so this is a very good question in which we learn. This is a question from three different subjects. First one here, op amp. So op amp is utilized in where? Op amp is from analog circuits. Then this is digital part, and here again it consists of signals and systems. Okay, low pass filter. This all comes in signals and systems. So it's a combination of question with the three different subjects into consideration. Now, so let us divide this question into three parts. So one part till here, second part till here, and third part till here. Okay, so this part is related to analog circuit. This part is related to digital circuits. and this is related to signals and systems. Okay, now let us slowly learn through this question. Now the first part. So here op amp is given. Op amp means operational amplifier. This operational amplifier, when two different signals are applied across it, it will act as a comparator. Okay, comparator. So let us take this circuit. Let us keep this picture copied and we will place it in. We will place it here. Okay. Now, so this op amp is in comparator mode. Okay. So let us see about op amp. So first we learn about op amp in comparator mode. Okay. So let us take the picture of op amp again. There are two signals, plus and minus. Let us take this as VP, this as VN. Okay. So if what does it do, the op amp? It will compare these two signals, VP and VN. If VP is greater than or equal to VN, then as the op amp will get connected to the, so there will be two more terminals to the op amp. First will, then that will be connected to plus VSAT, and downward it will be connected to minus VSAT. Plus VSAT means V saturation voltage, saturated voltage, and minus VSAT means negative saturation voltage. So this plus VSAT and minus VSAT will appear based on if VP is greater than or equal to VN, then output here Y is equal to plus VSAT. If VP is less than VN, then the output Y is equal to minus VSAT. Okay, this is how the comparator works. This is how the op amp as a comparator works. So based on the values of VP and VN, if we compare VP and VN based on the result, you will get either plus VSAT or minus VSAT. That is how op amp in comparator mode works. Now, the given signal here is sine 3000t. Okay, sine 3000t. How this will look like? A sine signal will look like this. Okay, if this is given to the comparator here, so let us take the first one, this op amp. So this is given as one of the input as VP. So this is the op amp, this plus and this minus, and we know that this is grounded. So this is always 0 volts. Now the output of this op amp, how it will behave as, so if you take the same diagram, Okay, so this will be like this. Now observe that if this is VP, right? This is VP. So this is 0. The other side of the sorry, the other side of the signal which is connected to VN. If VP is greater than 0, in that case, it will up to this point until which VP is greater than 0. That is VP is greater than VN. It will be a plus VSAT value. If VP is less than VN in this case, then it should be minus VSAT value. In the question, plus VSAT, that is logic high, is given as 5 volts in the question if you see, and logic low, that is minus VSAT, is given as 0 volts. So we confine plus VSAT as 5 volts and minus VSAT as 0 volts. Okay, and here if a VP is again greater than 0, again it will go to plus 5 and 0, then plus 5 again and 0, and it continues. Okay, so the output, let us take y1. The output y1 is like this. Similarly, the second signal is sine 3000t plus 36 degrees. That means plus 36 means what? The value of the earlier signal has to occur at 0 degrees. It will occur for this particular signal, it will occur before time of before time it occurs, and the difference in the angle will be 36 degrees. Okay, so the general form of any sine signal will be like this. Okay, let us take this as the reference. So that means this is sine of 3000 t. And what is sine of 3000 t plus 36 degrees? So this particular signal, this particular signal, when the same signal goes behind, okay, that means whatever has to occur here has occurred here. So it is an advanced signal. Okay, that means if you put t is equal to 0, then sine 0 is 0. So that value has to be, let us say that value occurs here. So this is 0. So t is equal to 0, whatever has to occur, it has occurred at t is equal to 0 means sine 36. So at the same spot, it shows the value of sine 36 degrees. Okay, so that means the signal occurs beforehand. Now, if you take the same curve here, So you know that for any sine signal, the output is like this. Okay, here also let us construct the same kind of signal. Okay, now just like we have seen before, so one for some time it will be +5, for some time it will be 0. So let us take from here. So for some time it will be 0, for some time it will be +5, and again 0, then again +5, again 0, again +5, and so on. It continues like this. And here what happens? Because the value which occurs here has occurred beforehand here, the value which occurs here will also occur beforehand here. Okay, that means it goes like this. So from here, and so on. That means at each and every position there is a difference in the angle. Okay, how much this difference will be? This will be 36 degrees difference. Okay, 36 degrees in radians means, so 180 degrees means pi, 36 degrees will be pi by 5. Okay, because 180 by 5 is 36. So the difference here will be what? 36 degrees, that is pi by 5 radians. Okay, so this will be the output. This will be the output of what? So when we take this circuit, so if I take y1 and y2 here, y1 looks like this. So this is y1 and this will be y2. If y1 and y2 is passing through this particular circuit, so y1 and y2, so this is y1 and this is y2 is passing through this particular circuit. So what is this circuit? If you have studied BTech, the digital electronics in your BTech, you have very well identified this circuit as XNOR circuit. XNOR is what? XNOR is A XNOR B. That is AB plus A bar B bar. Okay, let us see how it comes. Suppose let us take this signal as A and this signal as B. Okay, let us take only this circuit. So if I maximize this circuit, so this is A, this is B. What is this? This is OR gate and this is NOT gate. So this will be A plus B whole bar, and this will be A again, and this is B. What this will be the output of this gate? It will be A plus So this will be, this is what? A plus B whole bar. So A plus B whole bar is A bar B bar. So I can take this as A bar B bar whole bar. Okay. So A plus A bar B bar. What is X plus X bar Y bar? X plus X bar Y bar is X plus Y bar. Similarly, A plus A bar B bar is A plus B bar whole bar. That will be what? So here it is the output here. That will be A bar into B. Similarly, here what will be the output? Here output will be B plus A bar B bar whole bar. That means here the result will be B plus A bar whole bar, that is A B bar. So this is A bar B and this is A B bar. So A bar B or A B bar, this is XOR gate, and here is one more NOT gate, right? So this is a XNOR gate. Okay, so this is a XNOR gate. So let us go back to the main subject. So here this is a XNOR gate. What is the logic of XNOR gate? How will be the logic of XNOR gate? Let us see now. So for an for an XNOR gate, if A and B are the inputs and A XNOR B is the output, then how it occurs? There are four cases: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And A XNOR B will be what? So 0, 0. Whenever the output, both the inputs are same, then XNOR will become 1. This is 0, this is 0, this is 1. So this is the logic for the XNOR gate. So same thing happens here. What will be the output here now? So observe that this is 0, this is 1, and 0, 1, 0, 1, so on. And this is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, so on. Now let us start from here. So 0, 1. Let us bring the XOR gate here. So 0, 1 is 0. If both are same, it is 1, and if both are different, it is 0. That is the logic. So if both are different, it is 0. So until here, so let me first of all draw the differences where the difference is occurring. So here all the differences are occurring. Let me directly draw a line. So here is a difference. Then here is a difference again. Then again here is a difference. Like that it goes on. So when I try to draw the final output, so we know whenever the circuit, so whenever it is 0, 1, this will be 0, and whenever it is 1 1 1 1, then it is 1. Here it is 1, and again it is 1 0. It will be 0, and 0 0. It will be 1, and 0 1. It will be 0, and 1 0. 1, sorry, 1 1. It will be 1. That means whenever the both the digits are same, it is 1, and whenever both digits are not equal, then it is 0. So again 0 0 means 1. 0 1 is 0. Likewise, it goes on. Understood the logic? So whenever what is actually happening here in a time period? Time period means from this end to this end. Whenever the total wave occurs, this is a time period. In this time period, you can see that instead of one full wave, here what is happening? Two full waves are occurring. Okay, that means frequency is doubled. Frequency is doubled. Frequency double means the time period is half. Okay, so the time period is half. Actually, what is the frequency? From the given question, we can see that the frequency is 3000. So omega is equal to 2 pi f. So f is 3000 by 2 pi. This is the frequency of the original sine wave. So original sine wave is this. And our rectangular wave here, which is the output, has, so, and also see that whatever the frequency of the original sine wave, the same will be the frequency of the rectangular wave here. Yes or no? And whatever the frequency of the sine wave here, the same will be the frequency of the rectangular wave. And the final rectangular wave's frequency is doubled. That means this frequency, this rectangular wave, which is the output, has the frequency which is 2 times the frequency of the sine wave. What is the frequency of the sine wave here? Fs is 3000 by 2 pi. That is 6000 by 2 pi, where pi is 3.14. That is approximately, it is 1000 approximately. Okay, so f value is 1000. So until now, what we have seen in this particular circuit, where the question, yeah. So here, whatever the output here, it is represented by the rectangular pulse whose frequency is 6000 by 2 pi, and it is passed through an ideal low pass filter. When it is passed through an ideal low pass filter, now we should know about the low pass filter. Let us see about the low pass filter. What is a low pass filter? Huh. Ideal low pass filter. What is a low pass filter actually? Low pass means it will pass the, suppose let us draw a diagram. Yeah. So see here, a low pass filter is the one. So this is one. So this is minus Fs. This is plus Fs. sorry, let us take the FC here, minus FC plus FC. So this axis is frequency. So whenever if a particular wave has, see, a particular wave has any frequency, if the frequency falls between the range of minus FC and FC, then only this low pass filter will allow that wave. Okay, so this is known as pass band. That means the band means the set of frequencies which gets passed, and this is the stop band. The band means the set of frequencies which will get stopped by the low pass filter. And this particular 0 to FC, this 0 to FC is known as bandwidth. Okay, the width of the band which is allowed by the low pass filter is known as bandwidth. So this is the ideal low pass filter in which it only allows between the frequencies. So observe that why this value is 0. So let us take this is the ideal low pass filter. So this value is 0 outside minus FC and plus FC. That means only if the frequencies fall between this range, it will get allowed. But if you take the practical low pass filter, practical low pass will be somewhat different. So in the same manner, let us take minus FC and plus FC. So if you take a practical low pass filter, then this is not so rigid as the ideal low pass filter. So it will be like this. It will be like this. That means it is somewhat lenient in allowing the frequencies. Here FC is known as 3 dB point, 3 dB point. Okay. Now, when I pass a rectangular wave through a low pass filter, okay, if I pass through a low pass filter, then it will allow the such part of the frequencies which is less than FC. Here in the question, FC is given as 0.1 hertz. And here we see there will be a there will be use of one more concept known as Fourier series. Fourier series. If you take Fourier series of the rectangular signal, we cannot take Fourier transform for a rectangular signal. We can only take the Fourier series. If you take the Fourier series, how it will look like? This is the central. So our wave will look like this. So this is the Fourier series representation of the rectangular signal. In this, there will be many frequencies. So one frequency will be, so this first frequency is 0. This will be Fs. This will be next 2Fs will be there. Second frequency. This is 3Fs. I think it's not visible properly. This side also there will be counterpart of Fs, that is minus Fs, minus 2Fs, minus 3Fs, and so on. So there will be Fs, 2Fs, 3Fs, and so on. So out of which, if our cutoff frequency is 0.1 hertz, it will only allow, so suppose, so what is Fs here? Fs, we have seen it as 6000 by 2 pi, which is approximately 1000 hertz. And because the cutoff frequency is very less, that is, it falls somewhere here, that is zero point 0.1 hertz. So zero point 0.1 hertz is the limiting value. And first Fs will not occur because it is 1000 hertz. 1000 hertz is somewhere. So suppose Fc is zero point 0.1 hertz. 1000 hertz is way long here. It is outside the pass band. So it will not be allowed in a low pass filter. So what will occur in a low pass filter? Zero frequency will occur. Only zero frequency is between minus Fc and plus Fc. So our Fourier series also has zero frequency. Zero frequency is what? A DC value, direct current value, or the average value. Okay. Now, if you go back to the question, hope you have understood this. If you go back to the question here, the output here, before passing into the low pass filter, the output here is given by this particular curve in the orange. So this is a rectangular curve for which if you take the Fourier transform, it will appear, like what? Let us see. It will appear like this. Don't confuse between the domains. Here the domain is time, but the here domain is frequency. Okay, that is what is the meaning of Fourier series. We change the domain from time to frequency. So here the first one will be zero frequency, and here next one will be Fs, then this will be 2Fs, then this will be 3Fs, and so on. And similarly on the other side also, minus Fs, minus 2Fs, minus 3Fs, and so on. And because the Fs value here is 6000 by 2 pi, which is 1000, it won't occur, and only one frequency will get allowed, that is zero frequency. Only this will be passed through the low pass filter shown here. And the final output will be what? Final output will be the average value of this rectangular signal, which is the output here. Okay. So let us see what is that final output. So the zero frequency value, we have seen it as the final output. Zero frequency value is nothing but the DC component, which is equal to the average value of the signal. Average value of the signal. Here the signal is like this. Here the signal is a rectangular signal. Okay, rectangular signal. And the gap here is 36 degrees. Okay, so how it comes? It comes from the sine of 3000 t plus 36 degrees. This is sine of, if you take 3000 t and if you write the 36 degrees in radians, it will be pi by 5. And from this, if you take 3000 as common, then it will be t plus pi by 15,000. Is it not? 15,000. So in a time domain, if you see this signal, the difference means what? So if you see the orange signal somewhere here, so orange signal came here, right? Yeah. So this gap, where is the gap? Yeah. This gap is 36 degrees in radians, but this is a time domain, right? In time domain, how it can be represented as by using this particular calculation. So this is t plus pi by 15,000. That means the gap will be pi by 15,000. So this gap will be pi by 15,000. And the total time period will be what? Obviously, the total time period will be double the frequency here. That means this frequency is 3000 by 2 pi. And if you go down and see here, frequency is doubled. That means this frequency will be 6000 by 2 pi. And frequency is inverse of time period. So what will be the time period? Time period will be 2 pi by 6000. Yes or no? Time period will be, so that means the total time period of the wave till here will be 2 pi by 6000. So obviously we can know this particular value. Okay, so this will be 2 pi by 6000 minus pi by 15,000, is it not? So here this is the time period. Okay, t is equal to 2 pi by 6000. So the zero frequency number is nothing but the average value of the signal. Let me remove this. So average value of the signal is nothing but, if you write the formula, this is an important formula for you. Average value of some signal x of t is 1 by time period integration across the time period x of t dt. X of t dt. So this is same as what? So this particular term is same as area of that particular graph. So this is the time period and this is the value. And this value is 5 volts and this is 0 volts. This is given in the question already. And this area, how much the area will be in a time period? The area will be the area of this rectangle. And the other portion is 0 because the value is 0. So what will be this area? That area will be length into breadth. Length is 5 and breadth is 2 pi by 6000 minus pi by 15,000 here. Okay, that will be the length here, this length. So if you substitute that, we'll get some value. And what we have to do that, we have to multiply it by 1 by t. T we already know, 2 pi by 6000. So if you multiply this particular value, so this is area and the average value will be 1 by t into this particular value. Okay, that means 5 into this. So average value will be 1 by t into this. 1 by t means what? We can replace 1 by t by 2 pi by 6000. And if you simplify this, what will you get? Sorry, 1 by t is 6000 by 2 pi, right? 6000 by 2 pi. So this will be 6000 by 2 pi into, if you take 5 also common, 5 outside, it will be 6 and 15. 6 and 15 means 3 twos, 3 fives, 5 twos, 10. So 6 and 15, the at least LCM will be 30. So 30,000, 5 twos are 10, and 2 is 2 pi. So this will go as 5s. This will go by 4. So 4 by 5 into 5. So this will be 4 volts. So the average value of that signal will be 4 volts. So what is the value of V naught here, which is asked in the question? This is 4 volts. That is the end of the question. So let me revise the question again once. Here the given question is this. Find the value of V naught here if the low pass filter has a cutoff frequency of 0.1 hertz. Assume logic high as 5 volts and logic low as 0 volts. So here two signals are given. First one is sine 3000t and second signal is sine 3000t plus 36 degrees. So two op amps are given. First of all, we have learnt about op amp in comparator mode. That means whenever Vp is greater than Vn, it will be plus Vsat, which is 5 volts, and Vp is less than Vn, it will be 0 volts. Based on that, we have found out this particular outputs y1 and y2, and we understood this particular whole circuit as XNOR circuit. So by using y1 and y2, we have got the orange signal here as a rectangular pulse. That rectangular pulse will have the frequency as 6000 by 2 pi. That when passed through the ideal low pass filter, it will allow only the zero frequency. Zero frequency is nothing but DC value, or the average value of the signal here. Average value of the rectangular signal is given as 1 by t into area of the signal within one time period. So we have calculated it, and we got the value as 4 volts. So the value of V naught is 4 volts, which is the answer. Okay, so that is the end of this question. So in this question, we have learnt about op amp. We have learnt how a op amp works as a comparator, and we have learnt what is this digital circuit. This is a XNOR gate. How it is XNOR gate, we have already seen that, and we have seen what is an ideal low pass filter, what is a practical low pass filter, and we have seen what is the DC value, or average value, or DC component of a signal, and we have got a formula for that. What is that formula? 1 by t integration x of t dt within the time period t, and we have got that value as 4 volts. That is the end of this question. Okay, thank you. We will end this session.